Hi everyone, it's Michelle. Welcome back. So today I thought I would share with you some things I purchased recently. I had two sort of quick orders that I placed, and I wanted to talk about some of the things that I purchased. There isn't a whole lot here, but I did want to share that with you. I also wanted to give you guys a little update. Now that I'm off, I am trying to film a little bit more for you guys, and I do want to get to where I'm doing 2 videos a week. And I know that I haven't been there yet, and so I thought I would share kind of the reason behind that with you guys. So for those of you who don't know, a little more than a year ago, honestly, I don't remember if I talked about this on YouTube or not, but a little bit more than a year ago, I had my eyebrows microbladed. Not really, but yes. And I did not like them at all. They were not the right shape for my face. They weren't the right color. And since then, I've covered them up with concealer and then penciled them in and that kind of thing. And I finally found someone who I was comfortable with correcting them for me. So I have been going through the first part of that process, which is to have the old ones removed. And so a few weeks ago, I went to have my first removal process done. And throughout the healing of that first process, which is very, very unattractive, I can't wear makeup at all. So I didn't want to film during that time. And I didn't have quite enough videos back filmed to fill in. So, you know, I wasn't really going to talk about this, but I thought, you know, first of all, maybe people are curious about what happens if you go somewhere and they're bad. What are your options for fixing it, kind of thing. So let me know if you want me to do a whole separate video on that, and you know, I can do that for you. I can show you some pictures of what they looked like most recently, right before my initial first round of removal. Obviously you can't tell now because I have them penciled, but the process will be a while. It's going to be probably 6 or 8 months until they're where I want them to be, because the removal process takes time. You have to go through a few rounds of that, and every round you have to wait 2 months until the next round. So enough about that, because a lot of you aren't curious about that. But if you are, let me know in the comments, and I will do a little, you know, follow me along in my process of, you know, fixing what I did. Or what someone else did because I went to the wrong person. Enough said. Okay, so let's talk about what I bought. How about that? A couple of the first 2 items I'm going to talk about, I did show on Instagram. So for those of you who follow me on Instagram, you've already seen them. And they're both from NARS. The first one is this, it's a lip gloss, but it's called a Lip-In. Yeah, I can't read that. The color is Redemption, but this is like it's for lips, eyes, cheeks, whatever you want to use it on. I will tell you, I would not put this on my eyelids because it's quite sticky. It's beautifully shimmery though. This is Redemption, which is like a rose gold. And I only have lip liner on my lips because I thought I would put this on and show you guys what it looks like putting it on. It comes, the applicator is like one of those silicone applicators. So it's not a doe foot. It's plastic, and maybe that's because you can use it on your eyes and all that jazz. So I'm just going to put it on my lips. I think it's beautiful. It's quite shimmery, so you do have to be careful with it. So I tend to put it just right there in the middle and then blend with my finger. I love the rosy gold color of this one. It's pretty. It's a little more rosy, I think, than rosy gold, especially with this lip liner. If you want, it does come in a gold as well. I don't remember the name of the gold. I'll try to put that here for you. But they're really pretty. They're not super sticky, but I think it gives just a nice, beautiful sheen to the lips. It is quite shimmery when it, I don't know. I love it. I think for summertime, these types of shimmery glosses are beautiful. This is beautiful even without the liner on, but to get it to stay a little bit longer, I just put liner all over my lips and then layer this on. It's great for summer if you're looking for just a nice wash of color with a little bit of sheen. Yeah, I love that. So that was the first thing. The color is Redemption. I forget the name of this. Anyway, I'll put the name here too. It's not called lip gloss because you could put it on the eyelid if you like a glossy eye, or you know, you could use it for a highlighter if you wanted. And then the other thing I bought was the NARS palette in Skin Deep that everyone is talking about. I did show this on my Instagram as well. I really, really love this palette. So first of all, it's in hard plastic. It's a little more satin than some of their other palettes, but it still gets very fingerprinted, but that doesn't really bother me because I'm really the only one who sees it. It has a nice big mirror, which I love, because, you know, sometimes I need to get closer than the average bear to see myself. And the colors are just gorgeous. And I love that they did the shades that you will use more often in bigger pans. So the bigger pans are all mattes, which is wonderful. There's also, so 1, 2, 3, there's 6 mattes and 6 sheens in here, and they're all just gorgeous. I am wearing this today. I love this palette. A few people have asked me if I think it's too dark for someone who's super fair skin. It's on the deeper side of that neutral palette, for sure. I mean, I have light skin, you know, some people would say fair. I don't think I'm overly fair. I'm light-skinned. I'm like an NW20 in MAC, but I can use this. It's just this color is a little too deep for my brow bone, so this can't go brow bone for me. But that's not a deal breaker because I can use this in the crease and stuff to blow out, you know, whatever I've got going on. So I love this palette, I will say that. I've been using it almost every single day since I got it. If you are looking for a nice warm side of neutral palette that you can use every day or when you travel, because you could do some really great smoky looks with this as well. This is a great palette. Yeah, I am not sorry I purchased this for sure. I highly recommend this if you are a neutral-eyed, like you like to wear a neutral eye. This is a great one, but it is on a little bit more on the deep side. I am, like I said, I am wearing it today, and I have been wearing it repeatedly. The formula in the palette is really, really nice. The sheens are beautiful, perfect. And I think for summer, it's, you know, if you like to wear like a little sheen in the summertime, all of these satin colors are gorgeous for like simple eye looks, and then just use your bronzer in the crease. Beautiful. Great for traveling with because there's a really good deep shade in there to use as a liner, just to smudge, that kind of thing. And it's a nice hard palette, so I am loving that. Okay, I also, I think I had some Ulta dollars to spend, so I ordered these from Ulta. Then I had a Sephora gift card to spend. So and there is, you know, I, like everybody else, wanted this new Natasha Denona palette. First I said, I'm not buying it. I have enough of her palettes. I just bought this NARS palette. You know, I bought the Urban Decay palette, which I'm keeping. It isn't my favorite, but I have been using it. It's not like I said, oh, I can't use it. I don't like it that much, but enough with the neutral eye palettes. But this is so beautiful, and so many people have talked about it that I had to own it. And this is the Natasha Denona Biba palette. Yeah, it's very much a natural palette. I love her shadows. You know, and it's in her typical packaging, a nice hard plastic palette, and you get a beautiful mix of mattes and satins in here. I don't know if she has 3 different formulas in here. I'm not that familiar with like all of her palettes because I just kind of started buying them, but this is a beautiful palette, and this does have a matte in here that's light enough for me. It's not super light though. Like, I would even like this to be a couple shades lighter to be my perfect sort of brow bone or all over, but I can definitely work with it. This is a very expensive palette. Do you need it? No. Is it good? Is it really good? Yes, I love it. There's plenty of stuff in here. And this, you know, I like that there's some cooler tones up here. Like that gray is beautiful. You know, I tend to, yeah, there's just so many good colors in here. They just, warm side of neutral, if that's your jam, this is a great palette. Her palettes are very expensive, so it's not a must-have for sure, but it is beautiful if you love this kind of thing. I don't know that it's limited edition or not, so you could probably wait till maybe Sephora does the 20% and get a little bit of a better deal. I had a $100 gift card, so for me it was, you know, it was cheap, but I love it, and I will do some looks with this coming up for you guys for sure. The other thing I bought is there has been a lot of talk on YouTube about gripping primers, and I haven't really tried a gripping primer before. I have pores in this area of my face that make me crazy, so I use like a pore filler for that. And then I don't always wear primer over the rest of my face. Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. I like a hydrating primer because my skin is drier. So Milk came out with one that is called the Hydro Grip Primer. I got the little, they sell a little one. This is 1/3 of an ounce. I think it was $15, so I figured, well, this is a great way for me to try one that's supposed to be a little bit more hydrating and still gripping, and see what I think and not invest a whole lot of money in it. So, you know, this comes with the pump. Okay, so as someone who hasn't tried a gripping primer before, first of all, I'll tell you how this feels. There's what it looks like. It's a kind of a thick gel. You can see it's not running down my skin or anything. And when you put it on, not much of a scent at all. But so it gets hard to, it gets sticky and hard to sort of move around quickly. So you got to work kind of quick with them. And then, you know, it's tacky, which I get it. It's a gripping primer, so it's tacky. Like can you see? Like, you know, my finger's stuck. So like for me, when I try to put a foundation over, you know, and you could give it a second and then it's not quite as sticky, but it's still a little tacky. I think buffing with a brush could be challenging. I've used a couple different foundations with it, with my beauty blender. And here's what I'll say. It is not a friend to texture, I don't feel like. I feel like every time I use it, when I go in and look, this is just a little mirror so I can kind of tell you what I'm talking about. When I look closely at my skin, like right through here, which is not like my driest section or anything, I can see, I don't know, like the foundation is, it almost looks like when your skin is getting ready to peel, it has that sort of texture. But my skin, I do not have, I'm well exfoliated, and it isn't that my skin is ready to peel there. And like right here, it doesn't give me smooth skin, that smooth skin look that many other primers do. I've also tried using my pore filling primer under it and over it, and I still get this same situation. So maybe a gripping primer is not for aging skin. I'm not sure. But this one for me, if you've used it and had success, let me know what I'm doing wrong. Maybe there's a process I need to do differently. I don't feel like I'm using too much because I'm using one pump. Maybe I'm not using enough. I would hate, it felt so sticky I didn't want to go too far with it. Or if you've tried other ones that you think are fantastic, because I know there's a few of them, Cover FX makes one, that kind of thing, but I haven't tried any of those. So let me know your thoughts on gripping primers as well. That is it. That's all I've purchased. You know, I am trying to get back into the swing of making videos, but I'm trying not to have that allow me just to buy tons of makeup for the sake of buying makeup. So I'm going to do a lot more sort of get readies with me and that kind of thing, I think. And yeah, and that kind of thing. Because I feel like yes, I am still going to buy makeup. It is in my nature. I have to, I like the new stuff. But I'm trying not to just buy it to review it kind of stuff, but I will be doing a lot more get readies with some of my favorite items, that kind of thing. Let me know if there's other things you guys want me to talk about. I thought I would do some videos on like my top 5 favorites of different kinds of things, like, or maybe, yeah, my top 5 nude lipsticks. You know, I like a peachy nude, so I have a lot of great peachy nudes. Those kinds of things are what I'm thinking about. So let me know your thoughts. Anything else you guys want to see? I am going to continue with the book reviews for those of you who love those, because I certainly enjoy doing those as well. So that is it for today. I hope everybody has a fantastic day, and I will talk to you all again soon.